Some pal you turned out to be! Just 'cause you're my best buddy doesn't mean you got dibs on my girl! How are you gonna be future ruler if you can't even be trusted?
Why don't you go fuck yourself, you weird little prick?
No monkey video game has ever had an intro as good as this one. Right out the gate, it tells you exactly what to expect. It's fresh, it's cool, and it kills you in unfair ways. The game just throws you into this beautiful, lush jungle, which looks nothing like any other SNES game at the time. I love the iconic, cartoony style of Super Mario World and the charming, hand-drawn style of Yoshi's Island, but looking at any area of Donkey Kong Country still blows my mind. The entire game is just 4 megabytes, which is about 10 times less than this video has been just until now. Donkey Kong's hair in the new game is probably more than 4 megabytes. Okay, I'm just finding out now that that's not actually Donkey Kong's hair. His head's just shaped like that. I think that's pretty fucked up. Rare, the developers of Donkey Kong Country, weren't the first to use pre-rendered 3D graphics, but they played a big part in popularizing it in the 90s, and I think the reason for that is just how amazing the atmosphere of the game is. In one level it's sunny, and the next it's dark and rainy. Then it throws you right into an ominous deep cave, and suddenly you're swimming through a maze of coral reefs. And just listen to that music. David Wise's soundtrack for Donkey Kong Country perfectly matches the visuals of the game, amplifying the atmosphere to a whole new level. When you're carefully walking across the scary scaffolding in this cave level, it's got this spooky electrical hum, until eventually the flutes come in, making the level feel a lot less creepy. This level had one specific jump I got stuck on. I think I died to it too many times because eventually Donkey Kong just started freaking out and it actually scared me. The jump isn't actually too bad, but I ended up going back to get the frog, which made it way easier. With the frog, you can also access the secret area with bananas, and overall, having the frog just makes the rest of the level so much easier. When you're fighting the giant rat who stole your bananas, the music sounds more like an RPG battle theme, and when you're riding a minecart, the music sounds a lot more urgent, warning you that this level is really hard. I was stuck on this level for way too long. A lot of the jumps are way more precise than they look, so I ended up just memorizing the level so I knew what to expect. I really like the difficulty of this game though, because winning just feels so satisfying. I was so happy to beat this level, I finally understood why Donkey Kong does this stupid dance every time you win. I've heard a lot of people complain that the 3D pre-rendered style takes away from the art direction of the game, but I completely disagree. Just look at how expressive everything is. When you lose at this minigame, Diddy Kong throws his hat in the ground and stomps in frustration, and when you're near an edge as Donkey Kong, his eyes bulge out as he tries not to fall. Even the layout of the levels is a form of expression, like here where you fly through the air in floating barrels that shoot you out like a cannon. Who thought of this? It's such an absurd idea, but it's just so fun and looks so unique that it's become an iconic staple of the franchise. The next level is amazing. It's like the other cave level, but darker, and the music is so nicely done that even the large chunks of silence enhance the feeling of the level. I don't know why I had so much difficulty with this level. It was harder than the minecart one, but finally, after like half an hour and multiple game overs, I beat it. And my game crashed. I need to play an easier game. At its core, Retro Studios' new adventure strives to make you feel like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze captures a lot of that same atmospheric feeling as the original, but now that games don't need to be 4 megabytes, they have a lot more freedom. There's always some interesting stuff in the background of every level that just looking for it is so fun. Like these ships that sail by in the background, there's not really a reason for them to be there, but it makes the levels feel so alive. Pretty much the only thing I don't like about this game is that when Diddy Kong dies, he lets out this horrible screech. There's also a lot more stuff you can interact with, like this thing you pull out of the ground to make a platform fall down. Pull it again and another platform falls down. If you pull it a third time, a flying banana pops out of the ground for you to chase. Whether it's something you interact with by grabbing or punching, or something that automatically moves around as you get close, every aspect of these levels just feels so alive. You're not just progressing through the level, you're actively playing with the level. Here, you pull another thing out of the ground, and it makes this giant tree sprout out, and you fly up the giant tree through barrels into the next area of the level. This game also gives you plenty of little stories built into the level, like how this branch is attached to a boat, so it bobs up and down, or at the end of the level, you have to duck under this giant propeller attached to an old submarine. Sure, it's fine to have a level where you're riding a minecart through a cave, but here you're riding a minecart on top of shipping containers and airplanes being lifted by cranes as you dodge through boxes and other moving parts. Here, look at this part. When you land here, it tilts sideways, so boxes start sliding towards you. When a thing falls down and breaks it right in front of you, you're forced to suddenly jump, and then just after that, more boxes fall down, which turns the track you're on into a ramp. Every few seconds, there's something new and interesting. They brought back David Wise for the soundtrack of this game. Yep, same guy as the original game that came out 20 years before this one. Not only is all the music in this game amazing, but it also just goes hand in hand with the playful, dynamic feeling that this game has. Running through the first level has this beautiful song, and those strings and flutes just sound like the essence of tropical freeze. When you fight the evil walrus, it plays this awesome heavy metal. You know what? Just listen to it. The best example of music making a level feel even more alive is when you go inside a giant instrument and the wind that blows through it makes this awesome sound as it carries you to the top. There hasn't been another 2D Donkey Kong game since Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, but honestly I really hope they keep making more. I think these games have really shown what a very natural, faithful evolution of a franchise can look like, rather than simply relying on technical advancements to make graphics better or maps bigger or having 10 hours of cutscenes. Donkey Kong Frozen Ape keeps the focus on making levels feel fun and special, just like the original game for the Super Nintendo. We finally got a new Donkey Kong game more than 10 years later with Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch 2. And with that game's success, I'm hoping that we get another 2D Donkey Kong game in the near future. Apparently they're also making a Donkey Kong movie with Seth Rogan. I'll let you guys decide how to feel about that. Me personally, I think it'll be the best movie ever made.